because they have an issue with themselves.
Absolutely. They need to look into themselves and figure out what the problem with themselves is before they start. People like to point out other people's flaws, like, oh, why are you doing that, or why are you doing this, or oh, you can't do that, or.
And you know what you say? Just watch me eat.
Well, absolutely. But me though, I'm more of a silent type. If somebody hates on me, if somebody hates on me,
don't even speak on it, because you know why? When you speak on it, you're giving them more power.
Absolutely.
You're giving them some glory.
Absolutely. And I want to give let me give a big shout out to my haters. I want to give a shout out to Travis Price. I want to give a shout out to Chris Latta.
Haters on blast.
Travis Price and Chris Latta, they hate, and it motivates me.
Are they listening to you right now?
I don't know, but if they are, shout out. Those are my dudes. I love them, but they do hate on me sometimes, and I know they're playing around, but sometimes they hate, and I take it.
Are you in contact with these people?
Oh yeah.
Travis just texted you talking about how do I get on it.
Download the TuneIn app.
That's what I told him.
And then search for the coordinates.
I sent him all the information. But yeah, I want to give a big shout out to those dudes. I love them, man. Those are my dudes. But I just had to give them a shout out. They do hate, and I find they're not taking the route that I'm taking. They take the college fraternity life and that route, which is that's great for them. I'm more than happy for them, man.
You know why? Because everybody has their own purpose.
That's right, and I love that they're going and they're joining their fraternity and they're succeeding in the college life. But at the same time, I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm doing what I love, and I'm succeeding at it.
Right. Yes, you are.
And that's the way, and that's it. Everybody has different paths in life.
Yes, you are. John, you are definitely going to have your own show.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, because I can sense in people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I see your work. I see how determined and ambitious you are.
Yeah, because I could.
And you're not waiting on opportunity to
I'm
not.
I'm
working.
Going for
I'm
working.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what that comes back to you asking me at the beginning of the interview. What is the key to success?
Right.
Hard work. If you work hard, opportunities will present themselves, and and you will take them or you will let them go.
Yeah.
It all depends on how you're gonna. I mean, it depends on how you're going to handle it.
Right.
And I handle opportunities sometimes. I do passive opportunities.
But you know what?
But most of the time, I know when an opportunity presents itself.
Exactly.
And I can I speak on the opportunity?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was in the Memorial City Mall, and shout out Drink Houston. Shout out the girls that I seen at Memorial City Mall. I seen these girls in Memorial City Mall. They had Drink Houston shirts on. And they were passing out flyers, and I went up. I said, "Hey, are y'all with Drink Houston?" They said, "Yeah, we're with Drink Houston." I said, let me take a picture with y'all and help y'all promote for Drink Houston. Did I have to do that? No. Absolutely not. Did I get paid for doing that? Absolutely not. Right. I did it out of my own time. I did it because I felt like, hey,
that's who you are.
This is who I am. I love to promote, and I don't mind doing it. Well, turns out about an hour later, I get a call from shout out Joey. He had contacted me. He said, "I want you to join the Drink Houston promotion team."
See? There you go.
And that's what I'm saying about working. Sometimes you got to put in work. And people...
Because the opportunities will come to you.
They will come to you. If you're working hard, the opportunities will come.
The opportunities will come.
And there's a few dudes out there in Cyprus right now that are not working that hard. They're sitting around and they're waiting for something to happen. They're sitting around and they're waiting for other people to help them out. And that's not going to work. If you want to get somewhere... To all you dudes in Cyprus trying to make it, so-called make it, go do something. Go work. Go put in work. Stop sitting around and waiting on these... so many people that are just waiting around trying to get somebody to do something for them. Hey, man, will you help me with this? Hey, man, will you help me with that? No. Go get a job. Go make some money. And put in work. Go do something. Go. If you want to follow your dream, go get a side job. Build up your money and then take that money and invest into your future. And invest into your dream and what you want to do. And it bothers me because I have a lot of dudes in Cyprus that just talk about, well, this and that, and I want to do this. And, hey, man, will you help me with this? No, man, go do it. I do it all. I am an entrepreneur. I am sole proprietorship. I am by myself. I don't have nobody helping me but myself. The studio is all on my own. I have my own little studio that I talked to my mom about, and I said, "Mom, I want a studio. I want to be able to make music." And she believed in me. My mom believes in anything that I do. Shout out to my mom out in Colorado Springs. Like, my mom has always been there for me, and she'll always tell me, like, "John, you can do whatever you want. Follow your dreams." And she's always helped me and inspired me to do what I want to do. And
so how often do you talk to your mother?
I talk to her about every other day.
All right.
Yeah, it's a phone call away.
Right.
But it's just, that's a big pet peeve of mine. Guys out there, I want to do this, and guys, they try to roach and they trying to, what would be the good word? I want to try to
be on their bandwagon or leech or...
Hey, let me leech off of you. Yeah. Bro, go do something, bro. What are you doing? Go do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go do something. Stop copying what I'm doing. Go
Right,
do what you want to
right,
do. Because there's a
right.
lot of dudes out there that they will try to do what I do. That's fine. Everybody can try to do something that someone else does. Hey, I like what he's doing. I want to try what he's doing. Go try it. But guess what? You might not succeed at it. You might not succeed at it. And what I'm doing, I'm succeeding at it, and I know I'm succeeding at it. And no, I'm not famous. I'm not no big-time celebrity like Lil Wayne or Drake. But you know what? I'm working at it.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to wake up and be Drake. Nobody's going to wake up and be Lil Wayne or T.I. or 50 Cent. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. You're not going to wake up and be Oprah. You got to get up, you got to work, and you got to trust yourself, and the only person you can rely on is yourself.
Right.
And family. I believe that you can rely on, because my dad has been there for me when I've gone to jail. My dad has posted my bond, and my dad has been there to financially support me.
The thing
Shout
of
out
it
to my dad.
is he just doesn't agree with your career path.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And he doesn't
That's
understand
it.
what
But
I want to do.
He still loves you.
He looks at it as a gangster. Oh, what are you trying to be? Like, you're trying to portray somebody that you're not. Wrong. You're dead wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Right.
And if he would just listen to me and understand what I'm trying to do, then maybe we could both work together, and maybe we could get something going. If my dad were to support, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If my dad were to support me financially in my dream, and on how much he supported me with my judicial bills, my court fees, I probably would be. I probably would be a little bit more better than I am right now with money, because money does help. I'm not gonna lie.
Help.
Money helps. And if my dad were to put the amount of money that my dad put into my court fees, into my criminal justice problems and stuff like that, and he were to put all that money into my dream and what I want to do with JohnO Productions, I might be a little bit bigger right now than I am. But you know what?
Everything that you're doing and everything that you're working hard for, whenever you get it, you know how much much glory you give to God and yourself for doing it.
That's right.
Yourself.
Amen. I believe in that.
Yes.
Amen. Yeah. Absolutely.
So let me ask you this question. When you're faced with a challenge, how do you handle challenges?
How do I handle a challenge? That's a good question. When I get a challenge, I always, man, that's a good question. How do I handle a challenge?
You just work around it.
I work around it. I get stressed out, and I kind of fight with myself, but I make it happen. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am a person who can literally make something out of nothing. And when someone approaches me with a challenge, or somebody approaches me with some stress or some BS, I deal with it, and I can figure out a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
And I've dealt with a lot of BS in my life, and I've dealt with ways to overcome BS, and I've dealt with ways to figure out if there's a problem, there's always going to be a solution, and I can tell you that right now.
Amen. Say that again.
There's a problem, there's always going to be a solution to that problem, and you're going to have to figure out that solution. And then when you ask, what do you do when you get hit with the challenge? Well, you got to figure out the solution to that challenge. You got to figure out, what can I do to make this challenge defuse?
Right. There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah,
So, Waleed, tell me how you deal with challenges.
I just, I try to be patient.
That's a good one. That's be patient. Patience.
I know over time,
Time is definitely something that, if you ever have a problem, time is something that you're gonna have to. To be honest, I've been kicked out of my house the past 2 weeks, but you know what? I'm back in my house.
Yeah.
Why? Waited it out.
And how did you handle that? How did you handle that? Emotionally.
I'll tell you how I handled it. I went out and I hustled. I got a job. Now I work for El Charro, which is a Mexican food restaurant, while being kicked out. I got a job. I had places to stay at. I hustled my way to stay at places. I want to give a shout out to everybody who let me stay at their house.
Right.
And I also got this Houston opportunity, all while being kicked out. I could have gotten depressed.
Exactly.
I could have. Listen, here's a big thing. Ready for this? I could have done drugs.
Yep.
I could have gone to a bar.
You could have started drinking.
And said,
being a lush.
Damn, what am I
and
gonna
gave
do?
up.
And gave up.
Yeah.
But I don't give up, and that's the thing.
You know why? Because you got that fire inside of you.
That's right.
You keep your eye on your prize.
That's right.
And that's what keeps you moving. That's what keeps you inspired. That's what keeps you motivated.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what's going to inspire other people.
Ma'am.
That's what's going to motivate other people.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram. I mean, I get inspired by you.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
And it's great to hear from an adult woman that's older than I am for her to say that to me. And I'm I'm younger, that's cool. That makes me feel good about myself. And I've had adults that are way older than me that have told me that, you inspire me, and what you do is awesome.
Yes.
And that's great. There's not a lot of people my age that can be told that.
Exactly. You know what?
And what I'm doing.
Yeah, and
I'm doing. Yeah, there's adults that tell people all the time, yeah, what you're doing is great. Get that diploma, get that degree, which is great. I don't hate on education. Get education. But what I'm doing is a lot harder, and it's a lot more riskier, and a lot more people look at it and go,
Why?
What?
Or
like,
why?
Like my father.
Yeah. Or why? Why are you doing